thank y'all for joining us for another episode of that one time podcast. Was it we live today? Was this episode 6? Uh, let's see. Let's start this out. Today we got joining with us the one and only Silent Snarf.
Hey yo.
We got joining us Boom Pow Surprise,
Sure.
and we got joining us the one and only, the legendary Hey Tony.
What up? What up? What up?
Hold up. So me and Snarf just get joining, and
Shit,
Tony
hold
gets a
up.
whole legendary.
Yeah, he get
This
the
man
whole
has never
legendary,
been here
man.
before. He gets a whole
The whole
legendary.
Nah,
What the fuck is this?
we've been
the
here forever.
legendary.
We've been here forever. We're not cool anymore. It's fine.
Apparently so. Fuck.
We're just the
Yeah.
normal man. He the legend, man. He just joining up with us. He's just not the
See how
normal
it
one.
is. I see how it is, Griff. I see how it is. We'll address that later.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Yeah, so we're doing something a little bit different today. We're doing this live on Twitch and
Yep.
recording, so we'll see how it goes.
So that pretty much means I won't be here next episode. I just got fired. Say no. So, yeah, we were talking over some recent events today. So I guess we can kick it off the Sony State of Play stream. What did y'all think about it, or did y'all have a chance to watch it at all?
Can I go first?
Yeah, you
Go
can go
ahead.
first. Go
Take
ahead.
it away.
Okay, so honestly, watching the Sony State of Play, I have to say like there was maybe like 3 games that I'm excited about. You know,
Mhm.
Sony State of Play, for you guys that don't know, basically is like the E3 for Sony to get their games off, show the new shit that's coming out. Um, Honestly, Street Fighter, Callisto Protocol, and boom, what was that other one? Roller Derby or
Roller drum.
Roller Drone.
Roller
Roller
Drone.
Drone.
That's what it was.
Those are the 3 games, in my opinion, that I really am excited for. State of Play
Yeah.
wasn't like over the top, like like E3 and Xbox showing off their games and stuff like that. This one wasn't too. I wasn't too like shocked and awed because I feel like what they really did was they're rehashing games. Like Resident Evil 4 is gonna be remade. Granted, I'm excited for it, but I feel like at this point we're getting to a point where games are just starting to become just remade, like because they have no original like ideas anymore. That's just my
Exactly.
personal opinion.
Yeah, that or they trying to fill in the gaps from like well initially when COVID hit, we got all those delays and they keep pushing things back and they just like trying to fill in quick cash grabs with these remakes or remasters.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
like
this go ahead.
it's also safe because
Mm-hmm.
you're banking on nostalgia. Instantly
That's
people whoever
the
like the thing is
nostalgia
gonna buy
push,
it.
yeah.
So like if you're in the business of making money, not making games, then you're going to go for any part of the market that you can.
Yep.
But they got me with Resident Evil 4, so
That is-
Spider-Man's
which
coming to
was-
PC. So
Yeah, that's huge. They gonna make. I mean, that's probably gonna sell more than God of War did when it came to PC, honestly, because that and Miles Morales are coming to PC. So
yeah, like what that the game Tunic that is coming to consoles now. It's already out on PC and Xbox Game Pass. But like, what is that? That's just a Zelda, not ripoff, but it's the same type of visualization.
inspired by
Homage-
Zelda.
Yeah.
Homage to
So it's like-
Zelda, more or less.
It's a brand new IP, but it's definitely reaching for that Legend of Zelda nostalgia.
And
Most
it says
definitely.
it says a lot too that Sony State of Play. This is the best one they've ever had. Most of them are very mild, like they're not that great. Except there's a difference in their State of Plays and their Sony showcases. Their Sony showcases are the ones that are usually like full of hype. That's when they unveiled the PS5. That's where they unveiled God of War Ragnarok 2 for the first time. But their State of Plays are usually meh. This one
Yeah,
was good, but I mean, good compared to others. It's not that really. It's not really
Okay. So
that
hot
big
take.
difference.
Hot take for me. How did y'all feel about Street Fighter?
So
it
I
looks
thought
good.
that like new Street Fighter looks amazing,
It looks good.
but
But-
from what I could tell, it looked like it fought slower, and it
Yes.
honestly had a Tekken feel to it for me.
Exactly. I felt like the Street Fighter that I was watching, I was just like, oh, that's cool. Look like you can build your own character, run around, and you know, just
Rank
do
'em up.
uppercuts and all types of crazy shit. But at the same time, I was just like, yo, why does it look like their fighting is so slow? Like I was just like, yo, it seems a bit like off. Was it just me? Like it
Yeah,
didn't seem slow to you
it's
guys?
definitely that way. Did anybody do any follow up on a bunch of online videos that they put on their website?
No, what did they? What did
I've
they
heard
show?
they
No,
did that.
So
I did not.
they showcase a lot more of the mechanics. Like they have a complete breakdown of all the mechanics. It is mechanic heavy. Um, they
I
showed
was like,
off.
So more Mortal Kombat type feel
I mean, like I
with
don't know,
button input.
King of Fighters. You ever play King of Fighters?
I've never played King of Fighters, but
That
we did
has
play Guilty Gear, Tekken,
yeah,
etc. But
games that have more stuff in them. Like they have. I don't know if you ever watched number three, or played Third Strike. You know how you have the perfect parry? You just press back on the D-pad. They
mhm.
have something like that. It's not that by any stretch of the imagination. It's more like you in Street Fighter 4 where you hold the buttons and you get the block.
Right, right.
But something in between there. So more perfect parry type stuff. Options to do that. You have more options to do special attacks that'll extend your combos. So I don't know. Street Fighter 5 compared to like Tekken or Guilty Gear or Marvel vs. Capcom, the most biggest combo you'll get normally is like max a 12 hit combo, right? If that. But most of the combos is like 4, 5, 6. It looks like you can extend combos a bit more than usual.
Hmm.
More like early Street Fighter 5 stuff. So it looks good, and there's a lot of options out there, and it's just they showed off easy, like I don't want assisted mode, which is
The hell is that?
if you're new to the game, you just press one button and you get a combo.
Oh no, see, no. So
Macros.
wait. So wait. I know that's a thing in other games, but you trying to tell me if I jump into a versus match with somebody online, they could just press one button and combo the shit out of me?
Yes, but
It's a thing on Tekken, and that's one of the reasons why I hate the new Tekken because it gives you macros. I'm just
right,
like,
right,
this
but
is
but
Oh
bullshit.
but
no.
but
Okay.
this is what happens, right? It changes your entire button layout. You know how like in Street Fighter you have the light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick? You have a light attack, a medium attack, and a heavy attack. So if you choose that mode, you don't have access to all the moves that you can have. Like you don't have light, medium, heavy punch. You have light attack, medium attack, heavy attack. And you can mash that all day. But you're not going to have the full control of your character. So they have two modes for it, and like the way they set it out, I'm kind of fine with it because I don't know if y'all ever played Dragon Ball Fighters. They have the auto combo system also, and it's like if you're a fighting enthusiast, you can tell what combo is coming out. You can tell, oh, he's doing an auto combo. I block for this long, and I can counterattack this. It only goes so far if you're mashing buttons.
You're
And
not
if
in the hands of, against an expert. They're still gonna get crushed. There's no way you're gonna,
So so can you do like solid? Is there a way for you to pull up the which may not be able to do it, but is there a way for you to pull up the stuff that you looked at, the
oh,
showcase for Street Fighter on the stream for other people to see if possible? If not, don't worry about
everything's.
it.
I'll have that ready for next time because that's going to be a little bit of
Cool.
work.
I just wanted
I
to
didn't
to
expect it to
check.
go live today.
No, it's all good. It's all good. This is a spare of the moment thing for you guys that didn't know this. We testing this out, seeing how it works with
It
you guys, and if it
flows.
works well and it flows well, we'll do this more
Right.
every
Yeah,
every
Y'all
other
can
Sunday or
y'all
every
can check
Sunday.
the Discord. Y'all find all the episodes we've already recorded in there. So
yeah.
Right. So
Dojo knows exactly what I'm talking about Bardak's auto combos.
right.
It's like it's good. It's good because you get more people playing the game, you get more people buying the game and staying with the game. And it's also good because people like me can tear those motherfuckers apart and feel good about myself because I can't tear higher tier people apart. I'm a middle ground person.
Okay.
Only thing I'm worried
So
about with it, I hope they don't like in Street Fighter Five. They slowly release the characters to get the most amount of money out of you. I hope they don't do that here.
they
And
are though. They
uh,
are.
Well, we
Did
don't
you
know the
see how
roster
many?
size.
The from what I understood, if you the only thing I kind of grasp from it is the characters that they showcase. They're waiting to like drip characters to us. They're not gonna give
no,
us everything at the very beginning.
Yeah.
because
I
when that original Street Fighter came out, it was like if you didn't pay for the game and had the free version, you had like it was like 2 or 3 characters. I was like, this is
I think
ridiculous.
that's fine. If it's a free version and you only have access to a couple of characters, I
Yeah, 'cause
think
it's
that's a
free.
pretty good
If it's
deal.
free, but we know Street Fighter's not gonna be free.
No, when it
I,
Yeah,
first releases, it's not going to be free. Maybe a year down the line, maybe, but
yeah,
Yeah.
but like, uh, you know, a fighting game in particular, you have a low you don't have as big as audience as a AAA game, but you have the budget that you need to spread across years and years to support the game. So it's like them putting these, like, I can complain about DLC characters, like, I'm fucking old school, I want a complete game. But in the case of fighting games, I love fighting games. They don't have the amount of people buying them that they need to support the game over time.
Mhm.
So
you
it's
gotta
like,
release new stuff over time and keep people
yeah,
coming back to the
the
game.
Very
DLC
true.
I would say is fine for fighting games. Now they've been egregious because they've been selling individual clothing.
I
Like,
was just that was gonna be my next thing. I was like, to me, you're fine if you do that, but you can't double dip. And I see that little adventure mode that they're putting in to build your character. You know they're gonna microtransaction the hell out of you in there,
Yeah,
and
that's
yeah,
that's
they gonna
they got
drip
to make
feed
money.
fighters. Yeah, they going. No, I'm fine with that, but one or the other. Don't drip feed the characters and do
Well, I
the.
mean, I mean, again,
That's
that's why they're putting the whole combo system in there, right? Because as we all know, casuals pay the bills, right?
true,
yeah.
true, true.
Casuals pay the bills, and so they
And
also have to offset that with microtransactions. That's just any game nowadays, especially any live service game.
it's just
What the
weird
fuck is
because
just gonna have?
it's like it's gonna be esports heavy game because that's how they building it. But then at the same time, you're including all this casual stuff. It's like you gotta pick one. You can't straddle the fence. You're gonna have to pick one or the other. Like when you straddle that
Yeah.
fence, you usually end up hurting both sides. So it's gonna be interesting
They
to see how they
they
gonna do it.
got this. All right, so if you're playing the game, they have these pre-voiced commentary on your gameplay, like you're in an esports arena at a live tournament, and they have like two people now that are like, they're known in the FGC community as commentators. It's funny. It's pretty funny. I don't know if I'll ever have it turned on, but you know, and the
So
style of the game is great.
I got another question. Are you guys purchasing the remake of Resident Evil 4?
No,
Mm,
I'm gonna hit it with a no for now. I'm on
You
the
already have it.
fence.
You already have it.
Oh well, I guess
I'm
that's
gonna
a
buy
yes.
it. You already have it.
Okay,
Congratulations.
that's a yes. I'm in here. I'm in here, baby. There we go.
must be nice. Must
that was the one with that was the
must
one
be
with
nice just
co-op,
to wake
wasn't
up
it?
and have the shit.
Yeah, it must be.
Was that the one with co-op? But Resident Evil 4 was
No,
like the first.
so
No,
Resident
Resident
Evil
5 was
4,
co-op.
Resident
Oh,
Evil 5
5.
was co-op. Before did have no, it didn't. It didn't have mercenaries. 5 had mercenaries.
4 had
My fault.
mercenaries. It came
Oh,
on
it
the
did.
PS2 version, I think.
Okay, see, I didn't play the PS2
You know,
version. I
it's
played
crazy.
the
I remember
GameCube
when
version.
4 came out, people weren't that heavy on it, but like over time, it became like one of the most loved Resident Evils out there, up with 2. And I was like, people, oh yeah, it's one of the best ones up there with 2. I was like, when did that happen?
Because it was over the shoulder, bro. Like being able to aim that red dot and put it on a
That
body
was the
part and just
first
be able to
one.
shoot. Yeah,
I
that was
forgot
the
about
first
that.
over the shoulder, like shooting, aiming your gun at a certain body part just to damage it and do combos afterwards, or grab a person or do a spin kick or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
And it
you
stayed
know,
that way. Yeah.
but Griff, let's talk about Callisto Protocol, bro.
Ooh, yes.
Yo,
That
that game. I know Solid and Boom aren't really into the
Nah, fuck
hard
that.
No,
That
no,
shit.
no,
That
games.
shit
no,
look
no,
good.
no.
That shit look
Dead
good.
He said,
Space.
"Fuck that,
I
that shit look
love Dead
good."
Space. Dead Space and Resident Evil. I don't fucks with anything else. Scary.
I'm not
But
gonna
Dead
lie to you.
Yo,
Space and Resident Evil are just too good.
Callisto Callisto Protocol is on point, and I wish. So next time, since we were doing this, I want to showcase what we've seen and what's going on with it. But if you guys haven't seen
Latest trailer for it.
the
Yeah.
latest trailer for Callisto Protocol, it is a time like that is what I was expecting of Sony or Microsoft to put together later on because there were no games like Dead Space anymore. You know what I'm saying? We've had all of the zombie games, we've had all of the horror games, but nothing like Dead Space in a while. And that like just that trailer alone, I was just like, yo, if this is what the game is, I'm
I
buying it
can't
day
remember
one.
what was the release
And it
date.
looks amazing. It
It
looks
looks so
so
good.
good.
What was the
Yeah.
release date? Was it next year or was it this year?
I think it was the end of this year or the very beginning of the next.
What was it?
There's a
Project
lot of
Callisto is
games.
what it's called?
The Callisto Protocol. Just
With a
Callisto
yeah.
C.
Protocol.
I mean, when the trailer first started, and the robot shot off, crushed one dude head, and shot the other one off, I was like, oh, okay.
This
So
coming out
that's
this
Yeah,
year. Release
this
date
year.
is
coming out this
Oh,
December
year.
2nd.
So I will be
ooh,
playing that. Yes, most
yeah.
definitely. December 2nd, I will be playing that. So
And
I'm
for
Like as soon
those
as I
who
excited.
saw it, I was like, "Oh, is this Dead Space? They coming out with a new Dead Space?" I was like, "Oh
now,
shit!"
I wonder who funded him because this is the guy who, lead director of the original Dead
It
Space. Obviously, EA
was
pissed him off.
it was
Had to piss
Sony.
him off.
Cause
Oh, it's Sony. Okay.
yeah, because I remember back when they announced their new company, wasn't it on a Sony
Yeah.
stage?
Yep. It was on
Like
Sony's
they're
showcase.
partnering with, yeah. That was the same
Hmm.
showcase where they had the
I think when they showed off the
Infinity
PS.
Ward developers new company.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. You're
I
right. You're
think it
right.
was a
Yep.
showcase where Sony was like, "Here's our new talent." All right.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Jeez, they poached him right out of EA's pocket. I
yeah.
think he got pissed off about how where they took Dead Space after the original one because
It's
2 and 3 got real action heavy and
Two was great.
Did we
Three,
did we get every did we get everything as far as the state of play? Because we got a lot of topics to.
Roller Dome, Final Fantasy 16.
Y'all can
It
talk
looked
about
good.
Final Fantasy. I'm not.
Roller
I'm
Dome
not
looked
really.
good as shit.
Roller
Roller
Um,
Dome
Dome
looked
look
good.
good.
They did look good.
It
A
that thing
shooter
looks
with
like it looks like what did I say? Tony looks like Roller Dome mixed with
Jet
looks like
Jet Set Radio.
Just Say
Jet
Radio.
Set
Yeah.
Radio mixed with
Sunset
uh
Overdrive.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Sunset Overdrive. Jet Set Radio on skates with guns.
Or
It looked really good.
Jet Set Radio mixed with Devil May Cry is what the fuck it look like.
That too. Yeah, jumping around, shooting guns on rollerblades.
And then there
Yeah.
There you go.
was a letter to the future, which is it was the lady on the bike, a reporter on the bike. Looked all right. Looked interesting
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
play. There's
Yeah.
Tunic that got announced, or I already said that. And then Eternal is mixing. Oh, Eternal Knights. So a fighting game mixed with a dating sim.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was
Yeah,
like, wait,
I'm
what?
I'm
A
I'm I'm a,
dating
I'm a,
sim
I'm a
mixed with an
pass.
action game?
I'm a
Like,
pass on any
like
of that.
we're I don't I don't want to be the old man, but it's like, do we have any shame anymore? Like these are games that you buy, like you don't tell anybody you bought, and you play on your own. You don't have it on a Sony showcase, but that's
Turn off your Steam friendship shit
Right?
because people know what games you bought.
You appears offline when you play this shit, right?
Yeah, you play. Yeah, like
yeah.
I'm about to play this game right now. Pure
Yeah.
offline
Going dark.
immediately. I'm going dark.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's all the games. Oh, and Resident Evil: The Village is coming to PSVR version 2.
Yeah, they did show off a lot of PSVR 2 stuff. Weird that you
Oh,
showed off a whole
Yeah,
bunch of games for it, but didn't show off the
Horizon the
headset.
Forbidden West, right?
Mm,
That's supposed
yeah,
to be
yeah.
on VR as
Call
well.
of the
So yeah.
Mountain.
And there was a
Yeah.
cat game also, which
There was a
Stray.
cat game.
Stray.
none of these
Yeah,
games.
let's talk about that.
All of these games looked interesting enough to play, in my opinion. You know,
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about a game about me controlling the cat walking around.
Bruh,
I'm still
people
kind
are
Listen,
of.
losing their
listen,
minds over it.
listen. They
I'm
have
still kind of
games.
lost.
They have games where you can literally paint walls, and we worried about games where you're a cat.
That's fair. That's fair. But you know what was so crazy? You say that, but what is it? Pressure washer simulator, lawnmower simulator. They do
Right.
well, and I don't
Yo,
know how
yo,
or
House
why.
Flipper. I ain't gonna lie to you. House Flipper is kind of lit. House Flipper is kind of lit, you guys. Not gonna lie to you. It's just
I don't
actually a
know
pretty good game.
how.
It's a HGTV
Yeah.
effect. You like you as a kid, I want to watch this, and as you get older, oh man, that's good. What
Yo,
they pay what
yo,
for the house?
you be like,
Huh?
word? Damn,
Like,
But
I,
I'm a
damn.
be real with you. The cat game, it looks really pretty. It does. It
Hmm.
It
looks like
does.
a really nice game.
It's got a nice art
Um,
style to it.
it does. It has a nice art style. Final Fantasy, if we're touching on that, this will probably have to be more Griffs and Solid and U Boom because I'm not really into the. I have my gripe
Non-turn
with
based.
open, yeah, non-turn based games that started out turn based. I am a turn based fanatic.
yeah,
Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy 7, the original one, Final Fantasy 10. I just don't. I think they jumped away from turn based, following up with Kingdom Hearts because Kingdom Hearts did so well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
So,
So
so
most
I don't
trans,
know.
audiences want
so
the act.
translation. What I'm hearing is Tony don't like getting his ass beat before he has a chance to attack back. That's what I'm hearing.
Nah, I like
Tony's like,
no, no.
no,
What you
I take your
hearing
turn,
is
you take
this
your
strategy. There's strategy to
turn.
this.
yeah.
There's strategy to this. This is what you're hearing. I don't know
The
if I want to play open combat. I'll play a JRPG like Tales of series. You know,
yeah, yeah.
I was just more into the turn based. It took a little bit more of, hey, before I do this attack, maybe I should think about it
Y-
and choose something else because this motherfucker could fuck
There's
me
a
up with something.
what's
You
the
know what I'm
name? It's a
saying? So
JRPG game that fuses the two. It's like an action game, but you can kind of like pause the action so you can still implement that strategy
I mean,
aspect
to
to it.
be
There's a couple
fair,
of them
Final
out there.
Fantasy 14 was the MMO, the MMORPG, and it
Yeah.
was open combat.
Well,
you
yeah,
talking about
but
Final Fantasy
it
14? That's the MMO though, bro. I was just
yeah.
talking about straight like I get that. The MMOs are different, but I'm talking about like building my
Turn
character up
based,
and
yeah.
turn based. Yeah.
Turn based. I feel like it's near and dear to my heart. That when Final Fantasy VII first came out, and it had that bar, that bar, that the action bar, I was like, I'm
Break
not
limit.
feeling it. I didn't like it at all. Where it had the bar where, and then you can attack after the bar, so it wasn't like I go, you go, I go, you go. It's when my bar fills up, then I can go. I didn't like that at all, and when I returned to turn based, I liked it better. But I just have to say, the way they do it in Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is awesome. I think because you can pause time and think about what you're doing, and you can be a lot more strategical that way.
Right.
I don't. I'm definitely sold on the new way they're doing stuff. But
Like
I do love me my turn base.
the turn-based games always more difficult because they require you to think, and the AI is way more brutal versus the action games. It's usually the AI is dumbed down a little bit, and it's easy to spam stuff. So I hope they don't lose like how difficult the Final Fantasy games get, especially like the hidden bosses and stuff like that. Like those are always
Yeah,
known for
I
being
just
brutal.
felt I think, and that probably just comes from me personally having my play style of being liking strategy games or having more difficult games. It could be just I'm really into turn-based strategy games.
Yeah,
So I
and
can
okay,
I
they
can see
still have
where
a
I can
place
see
for
where
it.
like I turned off from it because like I said, Legend of Dragoon, Lost Odyssey, Final Fantasy 7, Final
Dragon
Fantasy
Age
10,
1.
Dragon Age 1. Yeah, like these games they kind of resonated with me, and then to change them up, well, just the Final Fantasy franchise, to change it up into open combat, like I just felt like you went from hey turn based to hey JRPG, Tales of Vesperia, open base. I don't know, but that's just my take on it.
Right.
That's just
Yeah,
how I feel.
that's fair.
So,
That's more than fair, right?
Right.
staying
Chrono
on the
Trigger,
Sony,
Sir 87. Yes, Chrono Trigger.
yeah. Staying on the Sony tip, so they announced that God of War, the first one, is releasing for free on PS Plus. And so if you know anything about marketing, if you're giving away a game for free, usually you're drumming up the hype for the next one.
For the
And
sequel.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sequel, God of War Ragnarok, and we all know it's coming. A lot of people don't think it's coming out this
Yo,
year, but if they're
It's coming.
dropping the
I
first one for
can't
free
wait.
now, that means the second one is coming this year. So if you put your Sony CEO hat on, when would you release it? Knowing how October is usually a busy time of the year, where would you drop
Christmas,
Holiday.
God of
I
War
would
December.
drop it
Ragnarok?
Christmas. I would
Yeah.
Holiday,
drop it in
for
December.
sure.
Yeah, the
For
holiday.
sure.
December.
Everybody's gonna buy it on the holiday. You
There's
drop
no
that if
no
you
Call of
drop
Duty this
that.
year. No Call of
No,
Duty
Well,
this
no,
year.
Yeah,
no,
there is no
there is
Call of
PS5.
there
Duty.
no no
Yeah.
there is a Call of Duty
There
this year.
is.
It comes out October 28th. Yeah,
Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, so
Oh.
Modern Warfare
this
2.
is speaking of it. That is the last Call of Duty, right?
That's
That
gonna
they're
be
On
gonna
a
annual.
yearly
drop
cycle.
on a yearly cycle. Plus, that is a cash grab. Let me look at y'all for a
Say it
second.
loud and clear.
That is a fucking cash grab for everybody in here that is a Modern Warfare 2 veteran or fan. That is a cash grab. I'm
Don't
like,
do
I
it.
feel so
Okay.
bad because I like you. For you guys that don't know, I loved Modern Warfare 2, and I feel like they are fucking us with
All right.
that,
Why
man.
are you
Yeah.
saying? I haven't seen anything about it. I didn't even know that Modern Warfare
So
2 was the
The,
next one.
the,
But like, why are you
So
they
let me
saying
say
yeah,
that?
this. Let me say
they're
this.
Because Modern
redoing it.
Warfare
Yeah.
1 was great. The remake, I
So
thought.
so let me say this. The official trailer reveal is gonna be this week,
yeah,
right?
June 8th. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They
This is what's
dropping
gonna
in June
happen.
8th.
We're
Oh
sitting here
wow.
saying, "Don't buy this shit," but as
And
soon
then
as
when we
we
see it,
see
we're gonna
the
be like,
trailer,
buy
oh, but it's
it.
Ghost, but it's Ghost. Come on,
But it's
man. I
Yeah,
get
it's
it. I
Go.
got I
It's
gotta have my
Roach
hands
and
on it.
Ghost. Come on, man. What?
Oh
See, I'm
man.
cautiously optimistic about it because like Snarf said, 2019 Modern Warfare was amazing.
Amazing. Like,
That was the last good Call of Duty.
yeah, that
Let
was
That
me
was
Return to Form. That was
yeah.
allow me
amazing.
to sober you up, Griff. Allow me to sober you up.
I know what you're gonna say.
In 2 words, allow me to sober you up. Battlefield 5.
Uh, yeah.
Don't do
So
us like that. That still stings. That
Why
just
are you
still
bringing
stings.
that up? Why would you
That still
even do
stings.
that? Why can't
Battlefield
we?
stings so
Why
hard,
can't we
bro.
have
I wanted
things,
to
nice
love that
things? Like,
game.
why you
I
gotta do
Because
really
that?
wanted
man,
to love that game.
we all looked at Battlefield 5 as if we were Obi-Wan and Battlefield 5 was
2042.
Anakin. Like you
Yeah,
were the fucking chosen one.
Yeah, we
2042.
Okay?
really
Yeah.
we really did, man. It was so
We got duped. We got the
we
wool pulled over
we
our
got
eyes.
flim flammed and bamboozled. Fuck
Not flim
duped. We
flam
got
though.
bamboozled. I wanted to love that game so badly, but it just yeah,
Laws were too great.
it was
it just
just
it just wasn't meant to be. It was
Yeah,
It
terrible.
for real.
was.
Can we get Titanfall? Can we get Titanfall, please?
Please.
Titanfall would be nice.
That would
Another
be nice.
Titanfall would be nice.
But so
Okay.
yeah, I was saying that because, like I said, you usually don't want to touch October because all the games come out. Yeah, December is usually like a dead month for games, but I don't know why when that would be a perfect time to release something. People buying stuff for Christmas gifts and things like that. But I think what Sony exclusive games you got Forspoken still coming. You have God of War Ragnarok somewhere out there.
Forspoken is
Then
Sony exclusive?
yep,
Oh
Didn't
yep.
know that.
shit.
And that's
Oh
still out
wow.
there somewhere. I think for Smoking they said August, so you don't want to drop two of your same games in a month. So if that has August, and then
Hmm.
you got basically September, October, November, December for God of War
Well,
Ragnarok, and then they have another game coming too. They said this year, but they haven't. I think it's going to be The Last of Us Factions, the
I
multiplayer
wouldn't
part.
say
Mm.
they're not gonna drop it in the same month because I believe didn't Returnal and Ratchet and Clank get dropped in the same month?
Well,
Did it?
also those were the
Well,
only
they
two games that were dropping for the
but
PS5.
Fair.
So
those got
That's
pushed
fair.
back due to COVID. Because I remember what Ratchet Clank was supposed to come out first, and they pushed it back, and then
But
Returnal was
regardless,
supposed to come. Yeah, but they still came out the same month. I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But
um
as your flagship, you probably want that to stand alone by itself because that's going to do numbers.
that's true.
That's going to do
That's true.
numbers.
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
So
Speaking of
but
flagships, no Marvel MMO anymore.
yeah, that's dead and gone.
Yeah,
They
so
s-
let's talk about that for a second. The Marvel MMO. Do you know the game that I thought was gonna be the Marvel MMO
Which one?
was the one that promised Spider-Man in it
Oh
with
yeah,
Thor and
the
Iron Man.
the
You know what burned me?
what
I
was it
paid
called?
$80 for that game. 80 fucking bucks.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
80
mm,
bucks, and that game became a letdown. Like
yeah.
uh people was like, yeah, Black Panther's coming. Like it was like 8 9 months later. They was like, yeah, Black Panther's coming. Black Panther's coming. He came, right?
Yeah,
With the DLC, new
yeah, he was
maps,
there.
everything.
Yeah,
It was
I
still
saw him.
shitty. It was still
Yeah.
shitty. It was
I know
still a
somebody
shit
that liked
box.
him, but you know.
The game, yeah, I know somebody that liked them too. He played it for like a full 2 days and then stopped playing it. Like that game has so much potential.
They
So
screwed it
much
up
potential, and they ruined it.
from the very first reveal. I was like, uh
Well,
oh, they
yeah,
Like
in
they
trouble.
ruined that game. That game has so much potential to be
but
great, but this new MMO that they're making, or
they
like,
canceled it. So it was made by the DC Universe, DCUO team,
Mm-hmm.
which
It's a fantastic game.
I was pretty hype about. I played a little bit of DCUO. I liked it, and
I
if they
love
brought that
DCUO.
to like Marvel, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
was gonna be here for it because like DCUO was really good, and like even in DCUO, me and Dre we were actually in a clan that was called Marvel Unlimited. So like everybody had a character that was based off of a Marvel character. It was pretty fucking dope. It was pretty dope. It's dope as shit, right? And so like once I heard that it was gonna be made by the same devs that made DCU, I was like, oh shit, okay, fuck, this might be kind of good. This might actually be a good MMO Marvel game, which never happens, right? It that
Yeah,
I
never
think
happens.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen the developer say, you know what, we're pulling the plug. Usually it's the producer that says, nah, we pulling the plug. You took too long on this, or is the developer just said, nah, we're not going to do this no
was
more.
that the
Never
I
case?
seen
can't.
The
a bad.
developer
Yeah,
said no.
the
Yeah,
developer
it was the
pulled the
devs.
plug.
I can't remember the exact words that they used, but it was something around they couldn't guarantee the quality of the process. Some shit. I don't know. Emphasis was on rich and vibrant colors with stylistic tones that pay homage to Spider-Man. Blah 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 blah. Now that was the idea of that fucking game, but I can't remember why they decided to like call it quits.
And
I can't.
they had the blessing of Marvel too. So usually when you get that stamp approval from Marvel, you do put stuff out there, and they still said, nah, we're gonna scrap this. That's a
Damn.
lot. That's a lot.
So yeah, yeah,
But that's a good developer though, because instead of just trying to cash grab, they was like, nah, we can't. I can't put my studio
Well,
name
I mean,
behind
to be
this.
fair, there have been so many terrible Marvel games. It's just kind of like at this point, I'd rather you cancel than to put out something shitty,
yeah,
right?
True, 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 true.
yeah.
So
And
Um,
especially with the precedence that you had with DCUO, like anything that
mm.
follows that's got to be up to par, right?
so
So,
staying with what was it? Go ahead, Tony.
but okay, so with that being said, like if they were to make a better Marvel game and like they scrapped this one, but they made another one and they made it MMO style, would you be willing to play it?
I don't know.
got
I honestly don't know. Like honestly, anything Marvel MMO, I'm very hesitant.
Jaded.
Like the only reason why I was somewhat invested it was because it was being made by the same devs that did DCUO.
Gotcha,
I gotta see gameplay
gotcha.
first. Like,
So
Same. I
Exactly.
feel
yeah,
the same way.
Hence
so
why
as
I'm
far
Speaking
as
of
down for
I'm
anything.
invested. Yeah.
speaking of gameplay, let's talk about this Sonic trailer, right?
yeah,
Uh,
I haven't seen it.
okay, so I've seen this Sonic gameplay trailer. It's open world. Um, I'm I don't know how to feel about it.
it looks
Like
empty, too
when
empty.
you turn Sonic into open world, it it
I'm
does
here for
look
the
empty,
I'm
and it
here for the
kind of
idea.
it kind of, yeah, I'm here for the idea, but it kind of reminded me of playing that Pokemon game that I played on stream. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
It
good.
it felt like it just felt like that. Like it's open, but what is there to do as Sonic? You get what I'm saying? But run around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
To
feel what
me,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Wait, I'm just being real with you. When we play Sonic, we always play the side scroller Sonic. Other than Sonic, when
adventure.
like Shadow got introduced and he's running away from the truck.
that's the
You
hallmark.
made
It's Sonic Adventure 1 and
you
2.
made exactly you made those Sonic games not side scroller be good. When you make this Sonic game open world, it's just like, okay, what am I doing?
I mean, it's not necessarily too different from like the last few iterations of Sonic that they've made. It's like they've been building to this point when you really
They
think about it.
have.
I
They
think the
have.
problem
I don't
is
know.
either
I
it
don't
was
know.
a terrible showcase demo because it was like empty. There was nothing there, just him running around, no music, no nothing. It's like if Sonic is synonymous with music, you got to have the good music to go with Sonic.
Well,
And he showed
exactly.
off
Like you
this
can't show
demo.
off a Sonic game and it doesn't feel like a Sonic game. Like I
Right,
understand it's a demo, but if you don't at least, like you said, you don't have music, you're not showing me some action in this. Like
like
Sonic's not meant to feel slow.
right,
And I feel like the gameplay they showed, it looks absolutely beautiful, right?
right.
But it like they just went very slow, and it's just like this looks cool, but
How you go
Yeah.
slow when you gotta go fast? What are you talking
No,
about?
Exactly.
You just,
you
you
had
gotta
I
go
just
fast.
watched it. I just watched it.
You just
Yeah.
watched it. Okay.
Yeah. It.
How do you
So,
feel about it?
I like adventure and I like adventure too. Right. Well, adventure is due to limitation. You can think of it this way: it's open world, but with levels. You know, you
You're on a
go
track.
from one point in the open world, and then you go to a level. Comparison to this, technology is advanced. You have the open world and you have segments for levels with no load times. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
So it's like you move around the open world, but in certain parts there's a level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It'll
saying?
be interesting to see what they're gonna do with the
I
boss
get,
fights.
I get what you're saying with that. I get what you're saying.
I'm being
That
devil's advocate because I am just like Call of Duty. I'm done expecting Sega to release a good Sonic game.
you
Like,
got a point.
like I'm done. I'm not buying it until somebody plays it and I look at it.
Just give me Sonic Generations and I'll be good.
Sonic Generations
Word,
was
you give
great.
me Sonic Generations, and I'll be good to go. Like
Trying to figure
I
out
don't.
who
Yeah.
approved the demo with
That's
no
the game we
enemies,
all
no
wanted anyway. So
action, no music, and
Yeah.
nothing. I'm like, I don't know who approved that. That was terrible.
Sonic and platforming? No. Sonic should be treated like a racing game. You press R2 for him to go fast. Like, and you move him with the analog stick.
R2 for him to
Yeah.
go
I mean,
fast.
Yeah.
to be fair, that's what you've had to do. You push R2,
Yeah,
the
this is
motherfucker.
true. Like you had to push to the right and just keep going to the right at one point. So I get it.
No, but
I
like you know,
understand
it's like a racing. Like he's a car, but he's Sonic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way I can think to bring control. Because either he's going way too fast for you to control in a platforming arena, and you don't really get the sense of speed. Yeah, I think that's the only way to go. But I'm done expecting the next Sonic to be good.
So here you go, open world
I'll
Sonic
tell you
game.
one thing.
Get him
It's
some new shoes to customize him, get his speed up, give him some new gear. There you go, Sega. Some new ideas. There you go.
it's gonna be hard as shit to fucking 100% that game. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
What are you
definitely.
talking about? The open world one? The Sonic?
Yeah,
Sonic
it's
Yeah,
just gonna be
Frontiers, yeah.
it's gonna be
yeah.
damn near impossible.
They're gonna do something to make sure that you can't complete it that much. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be something that says around the world, run 100 million miles in Sonic shoes to get an achievement. Some shit.
Some shit
Promise.
like that,
I
right?
promise it's gonna be something crazy. Like mark my words, it's gonna be something crazy.
If he dies in
Y'all.
water, it's what's
Oh gosh,
no.
here we go.
He
That's what
can
I'm
run
saying.
on
It is.
water. He
He
is
can run on
Hedgehog
water, but I
Jesus.
promise-
All right. No, he does not die in water.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man.
Somebody said hedgehog
So
Jesus.
so somebody brought up. I know we're going backwards, but somebody brought up something about an X-Men MMO. Yo,
Ooh.
Well,
I
actually,
would
did have
really.
that. They did
Well,
have that.
that's what
X-Men
that was the
Legends.
Marvel MMO was supposed to be because they're
Yeah.
supposed to have 4 different factions like Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and then one other one.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all
X-Men
remember?
Legends
I know this
was
is kind of off topic. Y'all remember X-Men Legends?
Yeah.
yes. Oh, that
I
was
do.
amazing.
Why can't they do this again? Like, I'm just not again, but make a game like X-Men Legends or not Fantastic Four because there's really only 4 people to play from. But if you make an X-Men Legends game or
It was Avengers
not
was
not
one too, right?
not another Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but you get what
Ultimate
I'm
Alliance. That's what it
saying?
was. Yeah.
Like they don't.
Marvel, what was it? Marvel Omega or some shit? I can't remember what it was. That was like probably the best Marvel game they ever made. But it had to be deaded because of licensing and stuff like that. That was back when
Yeah.
Sony and Marvel were going through that whole thing with Disney and stuff like that. It was an amazing game, but they had to dead it. They
I
literally gave
just-
everybody who bought the game back their money.
I mean,
That's
we
wild.
can go about back and forth, just like why they're not doing the easy choice. It's like I think mainly they just don't. They're not connected. They're not on the same world as other people.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's fair.
they
Listen to
look
the
at things for
shareholders.
profits and shareholders and all that, and you come out with these, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5,
Yeah.
6,
2042. 2042. Don't
Yeah, yeah.
disgrace.
No,
4.
no, 4 is good. 4 is good. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
How
Like,
dare
to
you?
be honest,
How
like,
dare you?
like to be honest, I didn't think Guardians of the Galaxy was gonna be as good as it was, right?
because it looked
Surprised.
exactly like that quote unquote MMORPG thing the Square
I
Enix
mean,
put out before. But it was really good. It was really good.
I played it. Um, I personally thought it was a great. It was a little buggy. There was a couple of bugs in it. Griff was there to see a couple of them, and he pointed them out.
It
But as far as just the gameplay, the dialogue in this game,
was
like
unmatched.
let me
Mhm.
tell you something. I've played a lot of games. The dialogue in this game was like watching a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The dialogue was so well put together. Every couple of steps, like at some point I got tired of fucking streaming because I was just like, yo, I can't like interact with chat, pay attention to fucking like they were
Yeah.
talking so much and it was like quips, jokes, comebacks, all types of stuff. It was just so good. The game is long as shit, bro.
It kept the
It
identity
kept the
of the
feel.
movie.
Yeah.
It kept the feel of the
I
movie,
think
the music activating when you kicking fucking enemies' ass. Like it was just really good, bro. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the
I
game
think that's
for
the
what it was.
key. Since the Marvel movies are so good, the games have to pull a piece of the movie into the game, and that's why the Avengers game failed because you didn't have none of the voice actors. You didn't keep the feel from none of their like Avengers movies or the individual movies. It was just
That's
trash.
fair. That's fair.
And
Cause
yeah,
Spider-Man,
Guardians.
Spider-Man did the same thing. You're
Yeah, the
right.
Spider-Man game that Sony makes. Matter of fact, Insomniac, they make the best Marvel games. So their Spider-Man games are amazing if you haven't played it. And if you haven't played it,
Yes.
get ready to on PC because they are top notch.
Insomniac. In fact, they have a new IP
Yep,
for Marvel.
Wolverine.
Wolverine. There you go. That's
Wolverine.
what they're
Yep,
doing.
Yep.
they're making a
Wolverine is
Wolverine
coming.
game, and
Yeah,
that
let's talk
is
about that. How y'all feel about that? It wasn't no gameplay. It was
Got
just
to
a
see gameplay.
video.
Got
It
it
was
until I
just a
see
video.
gameplay. Until I see
Yeah.
gameplay.
Now,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna be
there's
real
one
with you, Boom.
studio I trust, it's them.
Yeah.
If they do Wolverine like they did Wolverine or remember Wolverine Origins
Yeah,
when
the
my man
game.
was jumping across the map and stabbing people in the chest and ripping them apart. Like if they do the game like that,
It's got to be
I'm
violent.
buying.
Yep.
I'm
It
buying. It
already
gotta be
well,
violent. It
they
has to be. I
said
have to be
they
there to
already got an
pull somebody
18
apart.
over rating. They said it
Ooh.
sounded like it's gonna have an 18 over rating, so that lets you know gore is gonna
Okay.
be in there. I think they said there will be a toggle option though,
I,
but
I I don't. So like, if they, I don't think it should be an open world game like Spider-Man is.
No, I don't think it should be
No,
either.
Nah.
it
ooh,
shouldn't.
That would make it
but
more
you
like prototype.
you know what I think they might
Yeah.
do? They might borrow the idea from Sony Studios. They share their technology together. You know, Wolverine's synonymous with a motorcycle. Days Gone was a game that used a motorcycle. If they implement him riding around on a motorcycle to get to his other destinations, that could be a nice little thing they put together there.
Yeah.
You got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's
that's
the way
enough
you
to make
could.
it open world or anything like that. That would be kind of dope though.
That would be. Yeah. Maybe like, I don't know if you guys ever played Headhunter. That's that
Uh,
was one of my
is
favorite
that
games
is
It
growing
that
up.
depends on
the rate?
the
Yeah, I do
story
remember that game.
the story
Yeah.
of the game. If he's being hunted, you could make it open world because then you could like people are constantly hunting you down for stuff. But if it's not like him being hunted, yeah, it's gonna be hard to do an open world Wolverine game.
Yeah.
You're doing
Um
like in line of like Sifu where you have like the not an open world but an open area and you go
level,
through
yeah.
just beating the hell out of people. That would be
Well,
good.
that's gonna be on PS5 and I don't think it's coming out for PS4. Like
No,
they stopped
mm-mm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, God of
Um
War Ragnarok is the last exclusive Sony game that's touching the PS4.
if you want a PS5, Amazon came up with a way for you to get one guaranteed. Apparently they're sending out invites or something. They're sending
Quote
out
unquote guaranteed.
If you go
quote
to
unquote
You
guaranteed.
Amazon and
said
you
quote
click on the
unquote.
cart to buy a PS5, you're automatically going to get entered for an invite. And every time they sell PS5s, if you get selected, you'll get an invite to automatically get a PS5. You're
Yeah.
guaranteed to get a PS5. So it's kind of like the Sony's website. They've been doing it for a while now, where you get an invite and you will get a PS5. There's no way you can mess it up.
Well, you wait in line and see if they have stock.
Well, no. If
But
you get the invite, you're guaranteed to get one. You
oh
like you still wait in line, but you're
Yeah,
automatically
as
thrown
opposed
to
to
the
you
front of
getting the link
you're
and then having to go wait in a virtual line. If you get the
mm,
link,
you're
but you
guaranteed
have to
to
get
get
the
one.
link.
Yeah, you got to
yeah.
get the link.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta hope for a link. What you mean?
True, true,
Oh,
Only
true.
but
get one.
but
guaranteed, right?
Right.
but Sony did just come out and say that they're tripling their production of the PS5. They said so
There are
much
more
so that
PS5s
they
on the way.
expect them to be in stores this holiday season.
So
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 Did,
so I got a question. I'm so confused as to how this shortage was it the bots?
yeah.
no, it was semiconductors. It was semiconductors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because I was just like, yo, how did this shortage happen in the first place? Because I know me, everybody in this chat, or just on this podcast has gotten or either played with a PlayStation 2,
We all have it. Yeah, yeah.
PS3, PS4, or Xbox 360, or one. There was never a shortage to this degree. Like,
But there was
you get
never
what
Yeah.
I'm
really there was
saying?
never really a chip shortage either.
Well,
True.
there's been
Very
chip
well.
shortages before,
There
but
has been
nothing on
actually,
this
yeah.
scale because
Yeah,
No.
I
we get
think
everything from China, and China was on lockdown. Like,
yeah.
well that and
The entire tech industry took a huge hit.
yeah,
there's only
During COVID, yeah.
three major companies that produce semiconductors, or three plants. Let's say one caught on fire, the other two shut down during COVID, and so that made the shortage way worse because you
Okay,
had none being
that would make
produced.
sense.
So
So
That
then
makes
they
a
had
lot more
to
sense.
yeah,
pretty much redesign the PS5 to work with other
and
tech, which
and
is also why the LED switch is kind of useless. Like I don't want to say it's useless, but it doesn't perform as well as it was supposed to.
well, it's not even an upgrade. It's just a screen upgrade and smaller. The
Exactly.
the OLED switch, and it's like I know we've said this on the podcast before, but it's like word on the street is they were supposed to get a big batch of CPUs to put into
they didn't get
their
them.
next gen switch, and then somebody outbid them, and then they had to release the OLED switch.
That's
So, like,
that's messed up.
that's
Hey,
the
we
word on
got
the
this new
street.
stuff coming in. No, you don't. Somebody paid more for it.
Yeah, I mean at that time, it's take what you can
It's
get.
yeah.
Right.
So it's yeah, and then I don't know. Sony said they came up with this crazy set. They was like for the PS2, which is the best selling console of all time, to sell 80,000 units, it took them 9 days. Sony sold 80,000 PS5 in 20 minutes.
Gee,
I mean,
So
I'll be real. Like Sony, in my eyes, Sony is the they they doing it. They better than Xbox in my opinion.
They're the
Just my
standard more or
opinion.
less, at least as far as selling
As
units.
far as
I mean,
selling
selling
units,
units.
because I don't know because I didn't get the new Xbox, but Xbox has always had the better GUI to me, like the graphical user interface has always been it's been more user friendly.
I
same here.
Like
I hated the Xbox One user interface when it came out. It was
it.
ugh. And for what
Okay,
I
so
Today's
my
see,
question
term,
to
it
they
you
was
is:
weird.
still have the same
did you
thing.
come from PlayStation or did you come from the Xbox
Xbox,
360?
Xbox.
You came from the 360.
Yeah, and well, when the one came out, Microsoft was on that what do you call it? Those that tab kick,
That
with
tab kit, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Windows
And they had to
Vista.
fix that. They had to
And
fix that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, completely, just get rid of that. That shit was trash. Just give me
Yeah,
a straight line,
it was
please.
not conducive with how gamers look at their menu, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was triggering.
And it's funny, fast forward
Okay.
to now, Xbox is the better service. They just don't have the better
yeah.
games. It's like so
Dojo's right. The Xbox was touted as a entertainment system, so it's like
Yeah, not a
it
gaming
was
system. It
a
was
system for you to
DVR.
It was
put
a
on
full game
DVR,
entertainment system. Yeah.
Netflix, all that. So like it made sense that the layout changed, but it's like no, it pissed me off. You know how hard it was.
You know what's funny? They Everybody hated that stuff but Xbox introduced apps and everything onto the console. Now what do we do with our consoles? We run apps and stuff on them. So they
Yeah.
just
very true.
introduced it too early. They introduced it too early. People weren't ready for it, and then I think what really shot them in the foot is when they tried to do an online console early. But again, what are we all on now? Our consoles are always online, so it's like they tried to jump the gun. They did everything
Yeah.
too early.
But in their defense, I will say Game Pass and their streaming service is good. It's
Oh
like
yeah, unmatched.
Hmm.
This
yeah,
Yeah, Game
no,
Pass is on another level.
they're only able to do that because they're Microsoft. Nobody else can
This is
do
true.
that.
This
Nobody
is
else can
true.
yeah,
do that.
They had the
100%.
infrastructure to be able to do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
and the money. Nobody else can do that.
Um. So, next on the topic is
Miss
anime.
Yeah, anime or well, let's cover the so we can get done with Marvel. The Marvel TV show. What is it? Miss Marvel, the new TV show
Miss Marvel
dropping.
TV show.
What
Oh, okay, Miss
any
Marvel
thoughts?
TV show.
You think is what you think is looking like?
Is she gonna have her video game power or her new powers?
I
She's
think
gonna
she's got
have.
like
She's got new power. She has this cosmic shit, just like
yeah.
Captain Marvel. Which
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
but
real
she can
with
make
you.
herself bigger though. Like she did do the punch thing where her fist was bigger, but like Tony said, it's not her original stretchy powers.
Yeah, Kevin Feige reached out to the community and basically said that, her powers are not conducive of the comic books or what you experienced in the video game. It's gonna be something different. So there's gonna be a combination slash uh other stuff that she's gonna be able to do, and the community just has to get with it, or don't
Yeah.
watch.
I'm
He
fine
he
with it.
he
He
understands the
basically,
community.
yeah,
He
yeah,
That's
does.
why he said it.
yeah, that's why he said it, because he know a lot of people, and it's so crazy because I,
The comic book community are
Marvel
gatekeepers of the
Marvel
stuff.
fans are starting to become as bad as Star Wars fans, bro. Like
Oh
they
yeah,
are, they are really like tout on, hey, this should be just like the comic books. And I said, it's called Marvel the Cinematic Universe for a reason, not
For a reason.
Marvel,
Hmm.
comic book
Comic
universe
universe.
or Marvel, just Marvel. It's called a cinematic universe for a reason because some things are not conducive with the comic books. Like if we really wanted to go through the comic books, motherfuckers would be dying, coming back, dying, coming back.
yeah.
This person would be dead. Your favorite character would have died in 5 seconds. Then you would be
Yep.
pissed. Then they come back next year. Then you like, yo, that doesn't even make sense because this, that, and the third and time. Like certain things that happen in comic books don't even make sense if you put
And
it into a movie.
I
Nope.
think we
Let's
can
be
all
real.
agree they have the reign. Kevin Feige has the reign to. I mean, he has been perfect with the whole Marvel Cinematic
I
Universe
mean,
so far.
I wouldn't say perfect. I
Well, a
say
few duds.
It's good.
it's been very
Hmm.
positive, but
Yeah.
this phase 4 lately, it's not grasping me like everything else. But
Yeah,
I
granted,
mean,
maybe it could be, hey, you
build up.
wowed me so much. You wowed me so much at the beginning that now
yeah.
maybe I'm expecting that
Yeah,
same that
yeah.
same
Yeah.
endorphin punch that I
I
was
Well,
getting
think I
before.
think that's
you
exactly what
gotta
it
treat
is.
it.
That's
You gotta
exactly what it is because you have to look at phase 4 like you did phase 1. Phase 1 was
Right.
exactly.
laying the groundwork for what's going to come later. So in order to
Very
get
true.
back to that wow factor, like everything can't just be high all the time, right?
Yeah,
Everything
Like
can't
they got to
be
bring it back down, reset that expectation so that way down the line when they do hit you with them crazy movies like, "Oh, damn, that shit was good as hell."
crazy to think,
I
but
mean,
we're
that
all.
even with that being said, think of it this way. Think about how good Spider-Man is. And that's
Mhm,
technically phase 4.
exactly.
True.
I was gonna
yeah.
say,
True.
think about it. We're all still coming down off the high of Endgame and Infinity War, and that's been how many years already?
This is very true. This is very true.
Yeah,
That's
like
been crazy.
like Dojo says, MCU has consistency on its side as opposed to like other
Yeah.
comic book movies on DC's. It's like they're just putting in cash, renewing their IP by setting out
Mhm.
by using their stuff.
Right.
It's even if this phase is like middling. Um, even so, like that's the way I feel like it's just everything's just like okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
Better than not good at all.
Right,
Right.
very true. Will I watch Miss Marvel? Probably. I'll probably,
We'll
Yeah,
get to
and
it.
this
It's
is,
not a
yeah, we'll get
priority.
to it. And the thing is, I think that Kevin Feige was very smart in building up with Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and all of these other characters because
Pulled you
like
in.
it's pulling you in, and he's still throwing these older, they're not older, but the ones who led the flagship, he's throwing them in the phase 4 movies, i.e. throwing Hulk and into She-Hulk, i.e. throwing Captain Marvel into Miss Marvel.
Hmm.
He's throwing, so now you want to know how these characters meet up. You want to know the story behind certain things. You want to know why this
Yeah.
XYZ happened. So
That
he's
that
smart.
is
He's very
he's
smart.
also putting the elements from the movies and the shows and the shows in the movies. So like you
yeah,
can't watch
Right.
the movie without
And
knowing what's
I
going
think
on in the
that
show.
I think
Yep.
that kind of
Gotta get
bites
that
you in the ass
Disney
though.
Plus money.
But that's see, I think that's kind of fucked up because remember what we talked about here. Remember I had discussed with Boom, you, and Solid. Like if you don't watch WandaVision, you're gonna have a hard time. Not a hard time, but it's kind of like you shooting yourself in the foot if you go
Hey,
out and you
You're doing
watch.
yourself a
but
disservice. Yeah.
but
Yes, you're
Yeah.
doing
but it
yourself a
goes back.
disservice
It
to try
goes
to
back
watch
to your point.
Doctor
It's
Strange.
called the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so you better watch some TV shows.
That's not fair, bro. That's not
Yeah.
fair. That's
I
called.
mean,
That's at that point you're saying, hey, you better go out and buy a Disney Plus service.
Hey,
Nah,
that's what
no,
they
no, no,
said.
no.
because I mean,
Like,
put it to you like this:
Look,
like for anybody who's played Destiny, anybody who played Destiny 1, the reason why Destiny 2 storytelling is so much better than Destiny 1 is because there's so many things that are more front of screen, right?
yeah,
right.
There's so much more on screen than off screen, and I feel like to Tony's point, like you're pretty much saying if you're not taking the time to watch Disney Plus and watch all these side shows, then you're not going to really be able to enjoy the movie, and then you're just in a place where it's like, well, when the fuck did that happen? When did what?
Exactly.
What is this? What is that? What the fuck? I got to take on for the casual viewers, just kind of like as opposed to
Dude,
you not
at
having
this
to go so far just to really be able to enjoy the movie in itself, right? Like as a standalone movie, I can't really enjoy this because I'm just so confused,
I
right?
think at this point, I don't think there's very few casual Marvel like not fans, but casual viewing Marvel watching fans. Like more people have seen most of the Marvel stuff than probably any other you know uh material out there. Like you
yeah,
got kids that have seen all the Marvel movies. You got people our age, people older than us. Like you're invested at this point, heavily
yeah.
invested.
I think if yeah, at this point, it's like if you're into the Marvel movies, you're gonna watch most of it, and
I'm gonna watch most of it.
yeah,
Like I just like after watching that movie though, like certain things.
get
Okay, so
tired
for
out.
instance, yeah, no. But for instance, let's use this as an example. Let's say for instance that let's say for instance that an Iron Man movie, or for that matter, a Thor movie. Let's say they had a TV show prior hand, right? And you jumped right into the Iron Man, let's say Iron Man 2, and they gave you this whole backstory on his villain before on a TV show. You
Right.
watch this movie and then you like, yo, so why was he attacking Tony in the first place? Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's just it's like you're leaving out bits and you're forcing the actual person to watch your TV franchise instead
Right.
of
Yeah,
just giving me a movie
Exactly what
that
they're
I can
doing.
understand from start
But
to finish.
so I mean, but also on the other side of that is like for those who do watch, the shows, do you want to take that much screen time to then cover some, to kind of bring that person up to speed who's not watching the show in the movie? And then like the person who watched the show is just like, okay, did I just pay to watch the fucking show
Exactly.
yeah,
in
Yeah.
this
and
movie?
also if you're like someone like me, like that attitude, I don't want to say that point of view that these people are asked out if they don't watch the TV show. It's like if you're really invested, if you're a
This is
fan of the
true.
Marvel universe, you're
I'll
happy
watch
that
it.
they're making TV shows. It's just more content for you to consume.
Right.
It's
Right.
like it's like you say, why don't they just make X-Men Origins video game? And it's like the cinematic universe has the exact opposite problem, where it's like now you give me all the content that I do want, and I'm
Right.
happy,
I get
but
it.
you're also asking people out of who don't watch the TV shows.
Right.
You know
So
who
yeah.
who's kind of moving in the opposite way of Marvel? Marvel starts with the movies and they go into TV shows. Anime is moving in the opposite direction where they have the TV shows on lock and now they're dipping their toes into the
Well, I
movies.
mean,
Well, I wouldn't necessarily. They're just now moving. They've been doing that, right?
it,
They've
it,
been
I mean,
it
doing
well, no,
movies.
I mean, who think about it? What was the first big anime movie that hit theaters? Recently, it was
Theaters, no. Okay, that's fair.
Pokemon,
That's fair.
the
If we're
first
talking about
movie.
in
If you're talking
theaters,
theaters,
that's
then that's
different.
theaters.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah, theaters.
Is
Yeah, I
Pokemon
should have
considered
clarified
an
that.
anime though?
Yeah, it
Yes,
Pokemon?
it
is.
is. Yes, it
It
is
is.
an
Really?
anime.
It's an
Pokemon was
anime?
made in
It
Japan,
is
bro.
an
What you mean?
anime.
Hmm.
I thought it was
Yes,
a
sir.
cartoon, bro.
No,
No, Pokemon
how
released in Japan first.
disrespectful.
No. Let me keep it a buck with you. If you get on Cartoon Network, and I'm not talking Toonami, if you get on Cartoon Network, or TBS, or what
Yeah,
was it? It was TBS.
PBS.
Not TBS.
Pokemon
PBS.
was never on
PBS.
TBS.
Not
Yeah,
TBS.
PBS.
PBS.
Oh,
And
okay.
Kids WB, you're a cartoon.
No, but
Hey,
it's
that's
when they
not
say
fair. That's
anime,
not fair because that's
it's
the for kids version of the show. And the reason why I say that is like Pokemon is actually an anime. Yu-Gi-Oh
right.
is actually an anime. If you see the actual
Okay, so
anime versions of
Yu-Gi-Oh's
those,
different. Yu-Gi-Oh's different. Then when they said they send you to Shadow Realm, when you did the
yo,
Japanese version, it was like
yeah,
I'm sending
you're
you to
yo,
dying.
if
hell.
you
I'm
see the
sending you to
Japanese
hell.
version, oh my god,
Yo,
it's
it
night and
was so
day.
much
Nah,
different.
it
Yeah.
It's night and
because
day.
you're
Avatar
saying
blends the
that
lines as
Pokemon's
well.
not edgy enough to be an anime. It's like
I'm not even saying that it's not
anime
edgy.
is just a Japanese cartoon. It's
Right.
the Japanese word name for cartoon. So it's a Japanese cartoon. It is made in Japan. They ported it over here. It's an anime.
It's
Like
like Avatar.
Okay.
It blurs that line as well. Like a lot of
Avatar
people.
is an
Yeah,
American
Avatar is an
exactly.
cartoon.
American anime. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's American anime.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
But
yeah,
So if we're going down that line with American animes and stuff like that, the very first one that came to theaters
That was big. Was
that was big was I
um
think was
Demon Slayer,
the
right?
no.
That's what kicked it
Pokemon,
off.
It was
Pokemon.
before
Pokemon was the
Or
first.
Pokemon. Well, yeah,
it's
bad
before
Pokemon.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer. If you count Pokemon, then it's Pokemon. If you still going down that road, then it was Dragon Ball.
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Oh
Z.
Z.
yeah, yeah,
Thank
Dragon
you.
Ball. Yeah.
I was
Oh, I
gonna say the
forgot
same
about
thing. Like,
Dragon
don't
Ball.
forget
Yeah.
Treatment. Treatment was
Then
crazy.
then
Yeah,
then
But
after
that never hit theaters though.
no, it didn't hit theaters.
Super hit
It was a
theaters. That's what it
super. It
was.
was a
Yeah.
super one with Brawly, and then after
Super
that,
hit
Dragon,
theaters.
and then after that, Demon Slayer.
Well, before Demon
Demon
Slayer,
Slayer
there
kind
was
of
there
put
was also My Hero. My Hero was before Demon Slayer.
it
but
was.
did it
You're
hit?
Didn't
right.
it?
Did it hit
I
Right.
guess. I
theaters?
guess.
Yes,
No,
it hit theaters. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it
it
did.
hit
Theaters,
theaters, but
but
none of them.
didn't go as
I
hard
guess
as
what
Demon Slayer. Demon
sent it
Slayer
over the
went so
top was
tough.
Demon Slayer. Demon
Yeah,
Slayer
it
sent
just
it over
went
the
so
top.
hard. That
Everybody was
yeah.
running to theaters to see Demon Slayer. Like everybody was like, "Yo, did you see that?" I was like, "What?" I mean, it sold. It like sold out. Like it was making like it. I know in the news articles they was like, "Yeah, this is like the top movie of the weekend." I was like, "What? An anime movie?
All right,
Top movie of
wait.
the
So
weekend?"
so
Was
so
it
to
top
be
movie
fair,
of the weekend because it was during COVID times and that was the only movie
No, no,
out,
no, no.
or
It
so
stayed. It stayed
No, it
like at the
stayed
the
top.
there.
point that needs
It
to be
stayed
made is that Square just brought up a super huge point because the first anime to really go to theaters like that was Akira.
It went to theaters?
Bro,
Oh,
did it? What you mean?
I didn't know Akira went to theaters. I thought it was
respect,
too like
respect.
fucking
I forgot about that.
Bro, that
and
movie
you
was
Respect.
also
fucking
got
crazy good.
those Studio Ghibli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Movies that are all the rave. Anytime they drop something, it's like the world ended or something.
okay, so by that standard, if Akira went to theaters, then that beat out most things because Akira is fucking
That was
goaded.
85, wasn't it?
That's like
That's it.
yeah, I think that was either in the 80s or like Ninja Scroll. Like that was another one. Like these are movies like animated movies that like did very well in the theaters, I guess. So I don't really know anime lately, and this is
Yeah,
just
anime culture is a lot more accepted now than it was back
yeah,
then. So
it's a lot more accepted. There's a lot more
You know,
like
a lot more
you could come up in
mainstream.
school. Yeah, you could come up in school now and like anime and be okay. When I
Yeah.
was coming up in school,
Oh, you was
yeah,
weird.
It
you
was
get
about to
shoved
be
in
a
Weird,
lockers.
but
fight.
you was
It was
weird.
about to be a
Get
fight.
shoved,
type of
get
shit you
shoved
kept
into
to
lockers, getting
yourself.
beat down.
That's the type of shit you said you kept to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
You
don't
don't
tell
bring
nobody
that.
you watch Naruto. They gonna be like, oh, so you one of the motherfuckers be
Yeah,
running
you
weird,
you
huh?
want to you run weird down the hallway,
Running
don't you?
down
I'm
the
like,
hallway
nah, I
like
don't do all
this.
that, but I like the anime.
Oh man,
Oh
But new
But
anime's coming back.
yeah,
yes,
Bleach
man.
yes.
This
Let's
is
one.
talk about this.
the
So
year of
have
2023 for anime.
2022 to 2023.
Yeah,
There are at least 75 either new seasons or new anime that are coming between 2022 and 2023. I'm gonna name a few
75.
notable ones. I'm gonna name a few
Name
notable ones.
and stop every time you name them so we could talk about it.
My Hero Academia season 6.
I'm
and that's
excited, but at the same time, these last two seasons of My Hero has been kind of lackluster. Other than
Season 4 was pretty good.
it's been a
okay,
build up though.
season four, but other than what was the fight?
Oh
Endeavor
no.
versus
Oh
Endeavor
no.
the
versus Noma.
Oh no.
That was
No.
yeah.
Stop it. I am not
You mean
caught up.
Endeavor
Stop it.
versus
it's your fault.
Nomu.
It's your fault.
It's my
Star.
fault.
It's
It's
your
my fault. Go
fault.
ahead.
Wait,
I'm
what
just
season is
joking.
that? What season is that? That's season 4 though, right?
No, yeah, season four, season four, season
That's
four.
season
Yeah,
4
you're right.
because honestly, Deku versus Overhaul was better than that.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no.
no,
I do
no.
not agree. I do not
In my
agree.
What?
opinion, in my
I do not
opinion, I
agree.
have to say
What?
the Endeavor fight was
I
better,
They
res
bro.
spent
That's
half. They
I
spent half the
respectfully
fucking budget of the season on that fight. What do you mean?
I respectfully
bro. I
Who?
disagree.
respectfully disagree as well, Griff
Emotional
Frank.
impact of Endeavor and Hawks versus that
I
Noble,
Man, y'all like that
man.
motherfucker after that shit? Nah, he's still a shitty
Nah,
person.
he's still a shitty person, but that fight was on another level, bro. That fight was
He put
on
that fight on
another
his
level.
back, bruh.
Yeah,
He put that fight on his
you
back.
felt that emotion when he was fighting him, fam. I have to go with that.
Yeah, Endeavor's a shitty ass person, bro.
He
Yes,
really
yes.
is. Can I come up with one right now?
Go
I'm
ahead.
curious. Chainsaw Man. How do y'all feel about this?
It
I've
looks
never seen.
interesting. It looks
It does.
interesting.
It does. It looks very interesting, and I am kind of excited to see where this goes. It
I am.
reminded me of Vinland Saga. This
I
art
am.
style. I
Mm,
was kind of looking at it, and I was just like, "Yo, this is pretty weird concept, but
Weird concept,
maybe
but it looks good.
it'll be pretty good.
I think it
It'll
looks
be
good.
pretty
So I'm gonna
I,
name a few because there's no way we can name all 75, but I'm gonna
good. No,
name some notable ones. So, new series Tekken Bloodline.
yes,
I don't know how to feel
yes.
about that.
It
What?
looked
I,
good.
I, I,
You watched the trailer on your stream, Tony.
it's
You
either
was
gonna be real
interested.
good or it's gonna be terrible, right? It's either gonna
Look,
be real good or it's gonna be terrible.
Oh,
it's
that one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Griff, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So,
it's the same
Jujutsu
thing.
Kaisen
Oh
season
yeah.
2, you
Oh, yeah.
guys.
Hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so hot take. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Jujutsu Kaisen was good, but I feel like it got overhyped. I'm just
I agree.
I'm just
I agree.
I'm
I
just
think it has the
keep it a buck.
potential, but I think people are pushing it way too quickly.
The
It was
manga
really good.
is very very good. I'm
It was
excited for the
it
anime.
was really good. I just feel like they hyped that shit up to be just so better than any other anime out there, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm I like it, but y'all doing the most."
Yeah,
Like,
the
y'all
most,
Before
the
you
most,
name
doing
another one, boom. Can I
the
throw out
most.
a random one
What's
that
that?
you probably don't name? Record of Ragnarok season 2. I
season
can't
2,
wait
yeah, I
for it.
need to see it.
I
I need
can't
to
wait
see it.
for it.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Cannot
Season
wait for
2
it.
on Netflix, I need to see that as well. I
yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah.
We
That's gonna
got
be pretty good.
Fire Force season 3.
I'm
Mhm.
good.
I
I'm
I
hate
good.
didn't
Fire Force.
I
I do
tried
not
to
like
watch
Fire
Fire
Y'all
Force.
Force
crazy.
on 3 I tried to watch it on 3 occasions, bro. I could
It's
not get through
it's
the first
good,
3
man. It's good.
I'm yeah. I
episodes.
mean, it's just like I watch a lot of anime, and I feel like I can get everything in other animes that thing offers.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it's like,
That's
why
fair.
am I watching the same thing?
Well, here's an anime that you can't get anywhere else. Doctor Stone season 3.
To
Okay.
watch that as well. That is a given.
That, that
It's
is a
happening.
big brain. That is a big brain anime, and I
That is a
fucking
big
love it.
brain anime, and I love it. I love the just the explanations of how he just went from, oh, I don't have nothing, to, oh shit, I got a whole radio in my hand, and we ain't even in the 21st. Like, it's
Exactly.
just wow. I love that anime. I need to see more of it. I hope that
Well,
they do well with this next
Tony,
season.
you just
Yeah.
mentioned one. They are bringing back Vinland Saga season 2 is coming.
I can't wait for that either. Vinland Saga is gonna be dope.
Hmm.
Vinland Saga, if you have not watched Vinland Saga, I recommend you go out and check out Vinland Saga. It is a Viking-based anime, and it is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dark, the fights are great.
Great
It
story too.
reminds me, what was that anime with the chick with the spear? And her name was Balsa. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Elsa?
Balsa.
Was it called Morbido, or
Oh,
something along those lines? I can't remember, but her name was Balsa, and she had this kid. It reminds me of that. That's what Vinland Saga reminds me of.
Mm.
okay, okay. Yeah.
So here's one that I know everybody's looking forward to. Demon Slayer season 3.
Yes.
I'm not caught up,
Yes.
but I'm happy.
It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be really good.
I can't
Um.
wait for that fool to. I do have a problem with the main character though. He's way too forgiving. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's his character.
So here's three major movies, anime movies that are coming out. Black Clover.
Ooh,
Black Clover has a movie coming out.
ooh.
Dragon Ball Super has a new movie coming out.
Yes,
Super hero.
that one's with yeah. That one got delayed. I'm really happy for that.
Yeah, Piccolo and Gohan, I think, are like at the center of this. So,
Yes,
and
finally.
they recently came out and said that Gohan is confirmed the strongest fighter. So, we all knew that. But
Bring back Cell. Bring back Cell. Sorry.
hey, fuck around, he might actually be back. Right?
Eh,
One Piece has a new movie. Snarf, don't you say shit.
what? Yeah, I mean, One Piece is trash. Continue.
You're absolutely crazy.
Continue.
All right?
Continue.
Don't
It's
you come
fine.
with
You
that
don't even need to
blasphemy.
bring it. You don't need to bring it
It's
up. We don't
fucking
need to spend.
blasphemy.
We don't need to spend any more time on it. It doesn't deserve any more time on this podcast. Continue.
You're right. It does not deserve any more time. You're garbage of a take. We don't. It doesn't deserve any more time. Exactly right.
I'm a hot take again.
I'm about to say some fucked up shit.
I'm about to say something fucked up. I am tired of Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z. Period. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. Toriyama, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Toriyama, you know what he's doing now? He is basically what do you call that when you just
He's not
you just
pandering. If he was pandering,
he's
then Vegeta
pandering.
would win a
He's
fight.
pandering. No,
Vegeta would win a fight if he's pandering.
No.
Well, in
He
the
did.
manga, he is
Yeah, and he's a yo. I'm
He,
just saying.
he
At this
he
point,
is whooping a little ass. But we also know the
it,
manga's not gonna happen. That's the same
but
shit's not gonna happen on
but
screen.
all I say though, and then you can agree to disagree or you don't have to
justice
agree
for
at all.
Vegeta. He getting treated like a rag all the time.
Every time his fans, and I get it, I understand what you're saying. You know, you want to appeal to your fans, etc. But for me, I feel like he has characters that he doesn't use, right? And people bitch him out, and then they was like, "Yo, what happened to Gohan?" Now Gohan is supposed to be supposedly by Toriyama. Hey, the strongest fighter. When
I
you
mean, but
got
we
fucking
already
Goku and hold
knew
on,
that
Look,
though.
but
look,
no,
look,
you got Goku,
look.
Vegeta that are gods, bro.
Listen,
Come
listen,
on.
listen.
Historically, if you
Gohan.
look back at all of the villains in Dragon Ball Z history, who is the person who has defeated 80% of those villains? Gohan. It has been
Goku.
Gohan. It
No,
has been Gohan.
no.
80% of the villains that actually did something destructive, Gohan.
Correction, he had a major hand in defeating him. He had the
Where
headbutt
you
on
get?
Raditz. He had the headbutt on Raditz
But
that made Piccolo able to hit him with the
he didn't defeat Raditz. That was Piccolo. And then
right.
if we moving on, Frieza. The only one he beat was Cell and BoJack, and BoJack don't even count because he was a movie.
I mean,
No,
he
Garlic.
he beat the shit out of Boo.
Defeated Garlic.
He had a
defeated
hand.
Garlic. All right.
Okay, if we
Can we
really
really
doing
say, can we
those
really
are
say that
movies.
he defeated? Can we really say that he defeated Boo? I mean, not Boo.
Cell.
Frieza's still here. Frieza's
Well,
still here.
but he killed him and sent him to hell. Like
Man,
he beat
he's alive. He's literally alive.
Goku killed his ass and sent him to
Look,
hell.
look,
He
look,
beat
look,
Boo.
look,
His ass back too.
Look,
Fuck that
look,
dumb
look,
shit.
look. Gohan was bred to be the replacement for Goku after season 3. That was his intent. When that didn't happen, people have been talking shit about Gohan for 20 years, right?
I'm just saying,
It's been
Gohan
20
ain't got-
years. So for
I'm
you
just
for you to say that people are complaining and all of a sudden he's now the strongest character, people have been complaining for a long ass time. I don't know if it's called pandering if you wait 20 years to get people what they want. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say it's
To be
pandering.
fair, let's keep it a buck though. How long did it take for Super to come out after Z ended with the Boo saga?
A lot of years. GT
A lot of
came
years,
out.
right?
A full series came out.
Stop talking. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about
Toriyama
GT.
Toriyama doesn't.
We don't talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
He don't
We don't
count
talk
GT
about
because
that.
that wasn't him.
Yeah.
That was
good as
American.
fuck. Hey, we gonna stop
It
acting like
was.
GT won't good. GT
It
was
was.
pretty fucking good.
In my opinion, I think Super Saiyan 4 should have been the next.
Well,
The-
Super
the
Saiyan
next
4
power
is supposed to be
forward.
as powerful as Super Saiyan God. So, like,
Yeah.
supposedly.
All I'm saying, all
It's
this talk
pretty much on the
about,
same level without the divine energy. More
Yeah.
all this talk about Gohan, and Gohan ain't got shit on Trunks. I mean, when Trunks beat that what you call it, that god being, immortal
Zamatsu?
being, yeah,
Zamatsu?
Zamatsu, yeah, and that
Trunks?
whatever state he was in with
Yeah.
that sword, that was
He
nice.
did the Super Spirit Bomb Sword, which was a little bit whack, but like Trunks as a
No.
character, he has a place in the universe. He is like, you know,
He's
the
the same as
extended
Gohan,
universe.
essentially.
He's the protector of time and shit. But
He's late.
Gohan, I feel in my heart of hearts is the future of Dragon Ball. Like,
He's a
but
sucker.
I hope, but they keep on giving Goku new powers, and it's like, all right, like,
To be
will he
fair,
ever get up there?
Gohan has had divine energy all this time.
Yeah,
We just haven't seen it. That
yeah.
was unlocked in Dragon Ball Z. It was just never he never did
Whoa.
anything with it.
If
When
y'all
was the last time we actually saw him go Super Saiyan until Dragon
time
Ball
out,
Super?
if y'all are up to date with the manga, it is explained why he is the strongest, and it's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. Due to the Dragon Balls, a wish was made, and that's why he's been so successful and the strongest.
Wait, who? Goku or Gohan?
Goku.
A
Goku.
wish was
Yes.
made.
Yes. Bardock made a wish for his sons to be very successful in life. Hence why Goku has been very successful and everything. Now I don't know why Raditz didn't count, but
Say, why the fuck Raditz died?
Okay, all right,
Niggas
all
don't
right.
get shit.
Yeah, we're that didn't happen. Release that
That
from the
doesn't
record.
happen.
That didn't happen. All right.
I mean, to be fair, because when you think about it, even though Piccolo technically killed Raditz, like Gohan had a really strong hand in that, and so
Mhm.
as the bloodline carries on, that success trait just kind of rises when you think about it, right?
Yeah, like
So,
the half human, half Saiyans are like super powerful.
yeah,
More like
because
supposedly
that
more powerful
recessive,
than the
peaceful gene is what kind of
yeah.
shoots that strength level up.
Like I don't know. And then
All
Pan
right.
was supposed to be the next. We're done with Dragon Ball.
Let,
What's the next one?
let's talk about the better anime here, and that is
Rising Shield
fucking.
Hero Season
n-
3.
Oh, okay, no. We'll get to that. But Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War arc.
Oh
Let's
Oh
yeah.
talk
my
about Bleach.
god.
Let's talk about Bleach. Let's talk about
One
Bleach.
guy.
Yo,
I'm gonna say
Bleach.
exactly what I said last week. When Bleach last season came out, everybody was fucking tired of Bleach, and that's why it ended. And now everybody's hot in the biscuit that's coming back, and
Thank you,
I
Sharp.
hope it's
Like for
good.
No,
why?
no.
What
I
what
hope
happened?
it's good.
Who are you referring to? Because everybody wanted Bleach after that last season of him grabbing Aizen's
Did
face
they?
and carting him
Did they?
and carting. Yes, we wanted
The
the Blood
numbers
War
don't
arc.
lie.
I think you better read. I think you better check the numbers again, Solid.
Look,
Because nah,
what was it
that's
that like Bleach started going down at the Quincy arc, right? What was the one with
No,
the vampires?
they never got to the Quincy
they
arc.
never got to the
No,
Quincy
what was
arc.
the
See,
one with
that's
the vampires? It was
The
season
people with
those
the
are the
3, 4.
mask.
bounce. I think those are the bounce, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Bleach was like
That's like filler
slowly,
though. That was filler, wasn't
That
it?
was
That's
slowly
filler.
filler.
going down.
That was filler, bro. That we were talking about Aizen. That was
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
they
What was no?
just
There was one source arc after Aizen. It was the what was the ones with the mask they can pull down. They were like half.
the wrong cars.
Hollowed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hollow, yeah, they're wrong
Yeah.
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
The ones
I'm
with the
just
numbers on
saying,
them.
No,
I
no,
feel like
not
we're
people
them.
watching the first two
like,
seasons of Bleach Chat and like it's still good. No, it's not.
yeah.
What?
It fell off. It fell. That's just my honest opinion.
Ain't no kinda. That shit fell all the way off.
Yeah, and that's
Nah,
why I think it ended. But
nah,
everybody's on the
nah.
biscuit that's coming back.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming back, even though it ended trash. Like,
It looked. Did you see?
Nah.
Did you see? Did you see the visuals? Visuals.
The visuals
Dude,
look really good.
they say Demon Slayer's top. Dude, that whatever I saw on Bleach.
Well,
Ooh.
Demon Slayer. The thing about Demon Slayer is like their visuals are gonna be starting to be taken from a lot of animes now, due to the fact that their visuals are just they have the best visuals in the game right now, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Not Bleach. Demon Slayer has
Demon
the
Slayer.
best visuals in the anime world right now. It is really good, and I feel like other anime are gonna take from it. Speaking of visuals, right? Let's talk about why every fucking anime is looking the same now. And you remember back in the day, like Ninja Scroll and all the older animes, every character looked different. Have you
yeah,
noticed that every character now is like a template? Like they all look the same,
yeah.
It's
like different color hair, but they just
It stands
like
out.
the
yeah.
It stands
reason
out.
is
It's the dynamic that stands out, and that's what people want to see.
yeah,
Like,
the actual like culture in the companies that make these animes, they drive their workers hard and they just put out, put out, put out. Output is more important. So they have techniques to copy and paste the characters. They have techniques
Right.
to put motion on the screen without having to change the actual character moving.
Mhm.
So it's like a lot of shortcuts have been compounded over years and years and years, and now it's just standard.
Yep.
A lot
Yeah.
of things coming
Okay.
out now,
Get up.
they're able to break away from that because now they're adding CG anime artwork.
Yeah.
So if you look at Demon Slayer, that's not all hand drawn. That's like computer assisted, and when I say hand drawn, I mean like drawn on a computer by a person
Right.
with a template. But the whatchamacallit, all the Demon Slayer stuff, that's computer assisted, right? So it's an AI that's finishing a lot of these photos. Like you have a direction, and they can do cooler shit in a shorter amount of time. But they started using that a while ago, and then you got these half CGs, half anime type things, where it kind of looked weird, and not a lot of people were cool on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, like what's Berserk? When Berserk came out with the new iteration of anime, it was like half CG, half AI, and not a lot of people liked the style. But they're using the same type of computer assisted design that they're able to do cooler stuff and make things look new, but also they're stuck in this place where output, pay your people like cents on the dollar.
I get it. That makes sense. Somebody brought up Batosai brought up a point. He said, "Would you consider all animation to be able to be considered an anime? And if so, what are the thoughts on the animations from Arcane? Arcane
It's
on Netflix to me was really good.
Good.
I
Good.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out
I
of
don't think
Arcane.
all animation can be considered anime. I think anime comes with a certain art style, so to speak, right? It has a certain art style. It has certain elements in it, but I don't know if that's just been a consistency thing and we're taking that on, or is it actually like certain
I feel like an anime,
criteria?
if it doesn't have a crotch shot, it's not an anime. There you go.
Like if there's not a dirty joke, is it
It's
truly
not a
an anime?
dirty. Yeah, if it's
Hot
not a
take.
dirty joke or a crotch
Hot
shot,
take.
it's not
I
an
mean,
anime.
And the reason why I said it because at the end of the day, an anime is nothing but a Japanese cartoon. It's
Yeah.
literally nothing but a Japanese cartoon. But given the writers in Japan, most of them have the same type of humor, so you're gonna get stuff like that, right?
All right, hot take. Like you said, anime is just the Japanese word for cartoon. What do they call American cartoons over there? American anime. I'm gonna call Japanese anime cartoons. It's like an interchangeable word.
Facts.
Yes, there's a style to it. There's a certain specific style, but like also, like Avatar.
Never-
Avatar has an anime style, but it's an American cartoon.
Yeah, and
You-
that's why I say I think you put
Boondocks.
more definition to it than is actually there.
Boondocks.
You know the you
Boondocks
know
is
the
another
do you know
example.
the reason why they don't call it cartoons though? Because cartoons in our eyes are something that you can show your 5 or 7-year-old daughter or son. You can't show anime to your 5 or 7-year-old daughter or
I gotta
son.
disagree.
I
with you,
disagree.
Tony. I gotta
I
disagree.
disagree.
The reason why
won't.
say- the reason why I say is cartoons are not made for kids. Look at Animaniacs. Do you really feel like that's a show made for kids?
Shit, I watched it at 7 or 8.
You did, but
I watched it at
watch
7
it
or
now.
8.
Watch it now and tell me that's a show for kids.
I mean,
You
but
like,
but see, that's the
you're
point.
literally mind gonna be blown. You're like, yo, what the fuck was I watching as a child?
But see,
and why?
that's with any cartoon though, other than anime with sexual content. Because I'm gonna be real with you, when I watched the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I didn't pick up on the
That's true.
fucking priests wanting to make love and want the gypsy. I didn't pick up on all
All
that.
right, all right.
That's weird.
I
But
just
Maybe-
remember,
Maybe that was
I
just
just-
you because I did. Because
yeah, I see you was in the sex at a young age.
let me ask you a question.
I'm just fucking with you.
Like-
I'm just a whole fucking perv at 7 years old. So I'm just not what you want to do, all right? Okay.
But
Put some
like-
context
Pick up
around
on it.
that.
I didn't
Like,
pick up on it. I'm just
anime-
being real.
Anime
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be perverted, right?
Right.
Like you
No,
can
it
have
doesn't.
clean
That was a
animes.
joke.
Yeah.
That was a
but
joke.
so it's like when you say anime is not made for kids, it's like you have anime that's made for kids also.
I could say
I
like
think
the first couple
it just
seasons
has
of
a lot of
Naruto.
different levels to it.
I would show like the first 2 seasons of Naruto to like a 5 to 8 year old.
The first 2 seasons, yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 seasons. Yeah, After
Yeah,
that, yeah, it kind of
yeah,
gets out
see,
of.
the anime definitely has adult overtures. Yeah, it does. Like certain ones are just not built for children. There's just too much. Oh, I'm gonna rip your fucking heart out or your intestines or they like I can't stress this enough. I don't feel like I would say like at least 80% of anime is not for children. And the reason I say 80% is because you believe it or not, nobody has to agree with me here, and we can all just agree to disagree. But a lot of anime has rape culture in it. I watch anime with my wife constantly,
It
and
gets awkward.
it happens a lot.
Super awkward.
Gets really awkward.
First episode of Goblin Slayer. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't watch Goblin. Like I saw the first episode. And I was like, nah, we good. Nah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
There's a lot. It's just
But
like, bro, this is super
but
weird.
but
Yeah.
there is rape culture in anime sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's
Because
like I don't know
it is a
why.
it's a
It's
Japanese
a
thing.
it's a Japanese thing, and I
Yeah.
get it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of anime like should not be. It shouldn't. Kids should not watch that shit.
It's like
Yeah,
Period.
have,
I
Point.
mean, don't get me wrong. There's definitely some anime that have like super huge sexual overtones, like JoJo. That
Yes,
is not
Jojo.
meant for children at all.
That is not meant
say-
for children.
start showing my son Naruto. As soon as Tsunade show up, oh, and that's where we're gonna stop. Or Jiraiya for the fact. No, as soon as Jiraiya
Oh
show up, and that's
yeah.
where we're gonna stop.
God forbid
Oh my
somebody turns out
gosh.
like Jiraiya. Goddamn.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, it was
Dry
bad.
ain't nothing but a
So a
Asian
couple.
Johnny Bravo.
That's exactly what the fuck he is, right? So I got a couple just to round off the anime conversation, right? So we have Attack on Titan, final season part 3. How many parts are we gonna have?
How many final parts are we
I thought
gonna
it
How
was
many
have?
parts are
done.
we gonna have in the final
the
season?
the
I thought it
well
was done.
the manga's
No.
done. But
Oh.
it's
Okay.
I don't know the reason, but I know there's a justifiable reason for it to be part 1, part 2, part 3. Just
Money.
the
That's-
because
He
you
said
know
money.
like when season 1 is done, the season 1 arc has finished and then a new arc starts. 1, 2 and 3 of this final season is really interconnected. You can't have a season something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like from different perspectives or whatnot,
Yeah.
but it's all pertaining to the same situation, more or less. So
Yeah.
last one, and this
This
is
is
super interesting. This kind of brings in a lot of different people from different cultures. Rick and Morty is coming out with an anime.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What?
Rick and
I'm good.
Morty
An
is coming out
anime?
with an
Yeah,
anime?
With an
Rick and Morty.
anime, they could have
Morty.
kept it with the cartoon, bro. There was no
No,
need. I'm
it's a
good.
spinoff. It's a spinoff.
I'm still good.
Is it Rick and Morty?
It's
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, but it's an anime. Like there's an episode from this past season that was very anime-esque, and I think it was so very well received that people want to see a Rick and Morty anime. I'm here for it.
Why?
I'm here for it.
Why though?
I mean, they did the Star Wars anime, and that was pretty damn good.
They did. They also did the Batman anime, and that was really good.
Batman anime was really good. All right, I mean, it's there. Watch it at your own leisure.
Yeah, like I'm here to see what it looks like. If it's not good, then I just don't
Yeah.
have to continue watching it, right?
So before we hit on now, we got last quick hit. This week is Summer Gaming Fest. Is that what they call it? There's no E3. Geoff Keighley is doing his Summer Gaming Fest, so you're gonna see a whole bunch of new video games announced and shown off this week. If there's one thing you could pick, what would you like to see? Or two things, you could do whatever you would like to see. It could be gaming or service wise.
Personally, I just want to see what the new PlayStation Plus looks like. I believe it launches this week.
Mhm.
So I just want to see. I just want to see. Honestly, I just want to play all the games I used to play. That's just gonna be amazing to me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want Sony to update the streaming service so I can play Metal Gear Solid 4 again. That's it.
yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
I think that was on the list as one of the games.
Yeah,
said. I
it's
believe.
there. It's there, but it's like you have to stream it. All PS3 games, there's no PS3 games for download. All those are
Yeah.
streaming. So it's like that's a PS3
Yeah.
exclusive game. It's
Yeah,
one of
we'll
my
see if
favorites,
If it's
and it's
buggy or
like-
not, we'll see how that works
Yeah.
out.
Service wise, I'd like to see family plans introduced for PS Plus and Game Pass. Like introduce family plans. Like if you got kids or
Okay.
even if you got friends, why not have a family plan where y'all can all share something?
Do they not have
Charge?
a family
No,
plan? No, that's
they
an
currently do
Xbox
not.
thing. That's what they. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
they
You're
don't
right.
have even Game Pass does not have a family plan. It does not. So if you have kids, you have to buy Game Pass multiple times or do the
I
workaround where
think
you
I
have
think
like
there
a
is a
child
family
account.
plan for Game Pass.
That's
Uh-uh.
super interesting because I don't even think they
Uh-uh.
have one for PlayStation either.
No, they don't. Game Pass is the same. You can have a child account or whatever, but you do not have a family plan where like most y'all can all access like the same library of stuff. It's not
Okay.
there.
They
Okay.
have game share, but not like where you can share the main account to another console,
Right.
but
Right.
not a
Right.
true family plan, right?
Like,
Okay.
go ahead, charge 100, something that like people would sign up for that. Like, if you got kids, even if you got like close friends, that would really help
Yeah, that
out.
way you're not having to double up on the cost of PlayStation Plus, like per user. That's crazy.
Yep,
I
yep.
have not upgraded my PlayStation Plus account. I have no
Yeah,
They
interest
won't
in it.
let you. They won't let you.
They won't let me. Okay.
Yeah, they shut that down. They would not let people. Well, you can because what they did was because people already because you remember what people used to do? They used to get the discounted
Yeah,
rate
I
for
have two
PlayStation Plus
years.
and
I have
stack
2 years
up.
of PlayStation. Yeah.
So you're good. Once it launches, you'll be able to change to the highest tier. But what they weren't allowing people to do was like continue to buy those because
Oh.
people are going to get it at the regular
Backing up.
price
Hmm.
and then have 4 or 5 years of PlayStation
Okay.
Plus Premium. So I'm sure
Uh,
once
Uh,
it
I
launches,
think
they'll let you change.
that's happening with a lot of streaming services. Just to be real, like
Yeah,
lately,
because they were
have
going to
y'all
bleed a lot of money
noticed?
if they did that. Yeah.
Netflix is going up in how much that they're charging,
Pissing me
and
off.
they're trying to limit how many people can have your account. So y'all remember when Netflix first dropped, you could give it out to like 6, 7 people.
yeah.
Could,
Everybody was eating
but only a certain amount of people could be online at the same time.
at the same time. True,
This is
true.
what
But
pissed me off.
now
Then they introduced a
you,
family plan for Netflix.
yeah,
It's like, oh, here you can have a bunch of family members watch it. Well, if all your fucking family don't live in the same place, what if they go to
Exactly.
grandma's house and they want to watch something? Now you going to charge me extra money because they went to grandma's house and want to watch their Netflix? Oh
Again,
hell
bro,
the
Here's my thing.
only
wow.
What's the difference between me logging into another device and it
they
still being me
no.
and you knowing that it's someone else? And the reason why I say this is because I go on vacation all the time and a lot of hotels and a lot of Airbnbs I go to, they have Netflix. You can log in, you can watch the shit there. So you're now
Yo,
telling me that I have to pay extra just to watch my own shit when I go
let's
on
talk about
vacation?
how great that is, though, bro. That now hotels have Netflix and apps on the TV that you can just log in instead of watching that bum ass fucking cable
Cable.
television
You
that
know
they
they
Yeah,
got.
happy
ain't it?
because they saving money. They're like, we ain't gotta buy
Yeah,
this
you go
cable
to a fucking
package.
hotel, they still got the old school TV guide scrolling shit on the fucking TV, bro.
Bro,
I ain't trying to watch that
bro,
shit.
ain't nobody will watch this shit. Give me my
Hell
Netflix.
nah.
I'll put my Xbox on that
Y'all,
TV in a second
side
yeah.
note,
and be
y'all
like,
remember
yo,
when if you was watching that and you missed the slot that you was looking for and you had to wait for that mug to scroll all the way back around?
Hell yeah.
Man,
Hey, why you
I,
bullshitting though? They had some of the
I
best movies
got
on the TV Guide channel. Why you bullshit?
they did.
yeah. Like I got cable because my family watches cable. I haven't watched TV in years, but it's like, why is it so hard to scroll through shit? It's like you're running a PC from 1998 or something. It's
That's
it's
exactly
it's so
why.
slow.
Yeah, it's such outdated technology when it comes to stuff like that.
um. But if we're
That.
talking about something I wish to have,
Mhm.
I've said this every podcast. I've said this every time somebody said, "What game do you wish would come out?" There's two. Uh,
Legend of Dragon 2.
Legend of Dragoon and Siphon Filter, and I'm
Siphon
good.
Filter. Yep.
Yeah, if you
Speaking
remake
of
Siphon
Siphon
Filter
Filter,
for me, I'm good.
well, it's coming out. The original is being ported into PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
But
But
see that
again, we were talking about marketing. They pushed Siphon Filter. Hey, look, we're bringing this on the service plan. Why would they push that? They're gauging interest. They probably are going to bring that back. Sony did say they're spending 50%, 50-50 split of their profits into old IP and new IP. When they say old IP, they mean older than PS3.
I think
So there's a possibility it could happen, Tony.
so. The
yeah, we'll
last
see.
game that those developers made was Days
Days
Gone.
Gone. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not doing a new Days Gone.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Tenchu remake would be good too. I
Ooh,
would
Tenchu
actually
is
play
a good
another
one.
I
Tenchu
think
game.
no.
Would be really good.
There is a Tenku, a new one coming out.
There is.
Really?
We saw it. It's like a cartoonish style. Wasn't that Tenku?
I think
I don't
so.
remember.
I need a new Ninja Gaiden.
No, you don't.
That he said no, you don't.
Snarf, stop it, Snarf. A good one.
uh,
A good one.
I
Give me a
Ghost
good
mean,
of
one.
no,
Ghost of
they're all
Tsushima scratch
good,
that
but they're
itch
all
itch for
hard as
me.
sticks.
They
Like, what
just
the
need
fuck?
multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima. Well, actually, they did have multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima, so that
Yeah.
scratch that itch for me. Yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
give me Last of Us factions. That's what I want to see. A
Last of
battle
Us
royale
factions.
set. Yeah, a battle
Did you
royale
say
set.
Last of Us?
Yeah, Last of Us
Factions.
factions. Yeah, the
The
multiplayer part.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
I
We'll
want.
see. I still haven't played Last of Us, so I can't comment.
I
Oh no,
want.
you well might as well wait for the Last of Us remake that's gonna be dropping
Yeah.
this year. Play that. That is an excellent game.
I'm not waiting for the remake when I have the regular one right now. No, I'm gonna play it.
Okay, yeah, you
Dre
can do
wants
that.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. You know,
Oh yeah,
that'll never come out, but we can hope.
still in
Uh,
development.
I want them to release the new next gen Switch so I can finally own a Switch. Like,
I've
I,
been holding out myself too.
I've been
Yeah.
holding out. There's so many games on Switch I want to play, but I
Ooh,
just
Test Drive Unlimited too. Ooh.
I will be right back, boys.
okay.
Good.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, you might as well wait since you're at the end of the Switch life cycle.
but it's like I also said that last year and the year before. I said they're coming out with a new Switch. They're coming out with a new Switch. They haven't come out with a new Switch yet.
Well,
Where is it?
well, they keep getting outbidded, man. Just hold on, stay
Well, see, here's
strong.
the thing: they're getting outbidded, but they're also now looking at how do we port our Switch players into our new console that we're developing.
I mean, assuming they keep the same OS and all that stuff, it's just a performance upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Virgo, here's a good point. You're asking with no Switch Pro, they I think they specifically named the Switch OLED on purpose as opposed to Switch Pro.
Yeah, the Switch OLED was supposed to be the Switch Pro, and then they got the parts they needed. They got outbidded for.
Supposedly,
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
they just went with like, hey, let's just stick this OLED screen on there and call it a day.
yeah, because they still needed to make money. They still need to make
Mhm.
money.
Yeah.
Anything? I can't really think of anything else unless they release an entire new Metal Gear Solid remake collection. I can't like. There's nothing specifically that I want out there. New stuff is good. I can't think off the top of my head what I want to see at Summer Games.
I was gonna say I want to see a new Gundam game, but there is a new Gundam game coming out.
Oh yeah,
It's a new one already come out. Yeah, we saw that was on the Sony State of Play stream as well.
Yeah, it looked really good too.
So
yeah.
yeah, so I think all this week you got a Bethesda Microsoft conference, you've got the Call of Duty reveal, you've got the Summer Gaming Fest. Like I think there's like an hour and some change long. You got a whole bunch of stuff all throughout the next month that they just gonna be dropping in the
Hmm.
news. So stay tuned because we will be covering and watching and sharing it with y'all.
It'll be fun.
Hmm.
Oof. Do we want to talk about that last thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Snarf. Take it away.
Well, the verdict came in for Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
Oh, that.
Do we
Oh,
want to talk about that?
That
um,
I thought you meant the last thing you had just put there.
I
My
mean, we could sum it up. We could
yeah,
sum it up.
something else.
Yeah, it
Both were
was.
t- both were technically found defaming in some point of view, but Johnny won a little bit more money than Amber did, without taking one side or the other.
It was brutal. It was mean, and somebody won. Yeah, I guess.
Moral of the
Moral of the
story.
story: don't be a shitty person,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and don't literally be a shitty person.
and prenups.
Prenups only work for a certain amount of time. Apparently,
Okay.
like you
Depends on the state,
after
yeah,
I think after
depending.
10 years, you still have rights to stuff. I was like, all right,
Yeah, unless
That
it's
is true.
specifically given a certain time of frame, right?
yeah, exactly.
That is true.
Well, we're gonna wrap up here. It is Pride Month. June is Pride Month. Show support to all your friends out there
Yeah,
that are going through stuff, and it's all good. We're all happy.
Understand we are all in this together,
All
right?
in this
You
together.
can't do this without us, and we can't do this without you guys. So, for those of you who happen to be within the LGBTQ plus community and/or an ally, we thank you, appreciate you. You are seen, you are heard. Continue being yourself. Be comfortable with being yourself.
exactly. Yeah.
and know that you are appreciated for who you are.
Don't let nobody take that away from you.
Absolutely.
You
too,
too,
Thank,
Maltro.
thank you everybody for coming to the One Time podcast. We'll see you next week. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you guys for all your support.